is where a Patreon tier would come in handy. Riding around with your critique partner, if you have one, I highly recommend. I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow because there's no way I'm opening my video like this unless it's just a clip. Anyway, dang it, now I'm doing it. Thanks for watching. I'm author K.N. Robertson of Exposing Lesser Demons, and in this week in Writing with Robbie, so many changes. I don't even know if we really wrote enough to call this Writing with Robbie. But this video will be the tea because it gives more details on the video that I almost didn't post. So, enjoy. Hi, so it is Tuesday evening and I ended up getting 2 snow days. You would think I would have wrote a whole bunch, but I just wrote 1 hour yesterday. We're 30 minutes into writing today, but the video for last week, I finished it on time. I edited and got it all ready to post. Like, it's literally sitting there, and it's not the highest vibrational video, so I'm kind of on the fence about posting it. But then on top of that, I was like, it could have the potential to start the slightest amount of unnecessary drama. And I'm like, if I just wait, I could just post it. But I don't know if I want to post it because, like I said, it's not the vibration of something I want to post. But I did try to at least ensure, first of all, while I was recording it, that I brought my energy back up, which I was able to do. And then I made sure to edit, to do pop-ups of here's also what you should do or why you shouldn't do this or that. And pop-ups to update. But I really just prefer putting the highest vibrational thing out there. However, these are supposed to be my raw and real videos, so I may post that. Definitely gonna wait a little bit because I was gonna post it yesterday, and something happened in my personal life that I won't get into. But then I was like, okay, well, now I have to edit this little moment out and then re-upload it, even though I was done, like completely done with it. So I edited the very tiniest bit out, and then, for reasons that have nothing to do with the other thing I was just talking about. And then I got that ready to post and upload again, uploaded it, and then I was just like, oh, but I still don't want to put it out because of the reasons I mentioned earlier. And then I was like, well, let me sleep on it because I normally don't post till Tuesday or Wednesday at this rate anyway. But even after sleeping on it today, I was like, no, I want to post it because that's what I said I would do. And then I was like, I'll do it, after I eat. And then after I ate, I was like, maybe I don't want to post it. And then, so what really made me decide in the end not to post it yet is because if it's not a heavens yes, it's a heavens no. That's it. So in a couple of weeks, part of my resistance to posting that video will go away. I will put the timestamps in there, watch it myself because I haven't watched it in its entirety, because that's probably going to make me either A, it's going to mess up my vibration because it's not the highest vibrational video, or B, I'm going to get super excited because I did raise my vibration in that video, and then I'm going to want to post it after all. So I'm like, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to try not to watch it, even though I really love watching my videos when they're right now ready. But when I watch it, I'm going to put the timestamps in and then decide if I'm going to release it or not. But this is where a Patreon tier would come in handy. Again, though, I just feel like even though these are the exact type of content that one would put on Patreon, as far as it being sort of that raw and real and behind the scenes type thing, I don't think I want to charge any money for this type of content until I'm giving main content. So this is like side content, but it's the only content I'm giving you right now. If it was main content, if there was also a main show or a main type of content, then I would just slap it behind a paywall and tell you if you want the tea, you got to pay, okay? Because that's the other thing. Before, like when I was gonna post that video originally, before I had to edit that small part out by someone's request, I ended up calling the video like something like this one is tea, because it's so fucking tea. Excuse my language. It's so juicy. But yeah, I just wanted to do something higher vibing in the end. And although it's a great video, that's the thing, it's one of my better videos that I made. I don't know if they're getting better every week or this was just an easy week to be entertained by, one or the other. But yeah, I kind of want to put it out, but the reasons I don't want to put it out are also important. So I'm like, okay, if I'm not ready, you know, maybe I'll be ready tomorrow, because I'm more ready today than I was yesterday by far. But I think if I wait a couple weeks, I'll lose a lot of resistance to posting that video. And then I'll just put it up with a different title so that people know that it is out of order, blah, blah, blah. Because it was my video, my first video in the new year is what that was supposed to be. And now this is that video. So hopefully it's a good video. I don't know what's up next. So yeah, see you tomorrow. I didn't think I was going to get a chance to write today. I thought I was going to sleep in, and I sort of did, but I just did things in that order where I get up and my meditation, I just lay in the bed for an extra hour, which is I usually do anyway, but I normally make sure I stay up and then listen to my one video a day. But today I was like, I'm going to try. If I fall asleep, if I don't, if I do, I do. And I didn't. So then by the time I would have listened to my meditation, I was just like, let me snooze for 20 more minutes. And then I got up, I showered, and I listened to my video as I got dressed. So I am ready for the day. And yeah, it's 6:05-ish. So I have about an hour and a half to write. I am cooking some rice. I do have to warm up my car because we're still in a snowy moment. But yeah, plenty of time to write, and then we might be able to write at work today as well. So see you there. Good baby. Let's go get charm food. I'm coming. Okay. Yeah, let's go to charm food. So Charming, don't get cold. Okay, I am not tired. You're tired. Anyway, it is about 6:30. I just shut my computer down because I was like, I'm gonna try something a little different. I am going to go ahead to work like an hour earlier than I would normally leave and just write at work. Nobody should be there until at least 9. I am going to stop at the store to get some apples or some fruit juice because I have been eating after work and I like that much, much better. My only concern, I need to kind of hustle a little bit to make sure I get there, you know, way before everybody, to have enough time to write uninterrupted. But my real concern is my ex-boyfriend sent me a lot of new music, which I love. Like, I love that he's creating, he's going to the studio. I'm so proud of him. But my real concern comes in, I don't know, these titles are a little suspicious, like maybe they're about me. So I'm nervous because that could be a good thing, that could be nice, or it could be not nice. I don't know. I try to be, you know, a great partner, but how you are and how you're perceived, not always the same thing. As you would know, if I posted last week's video, you would know that that is something I experience a lot. He has a pretty good perception of me, but who knows? He's still my ex. So he's a very talented musician, so I have no doubt that these songs will be good. I just hope they are good for me as well. So still wishing him the best of success either way. Obviously I can't share his music, but as a creative, it's nice to, you know, have had a partnership with somebody who was also very creative, even though it was in a different way. Still critiquing for my cousin. He hasn't sent me anything lately, but you know, once I stopped critiquing for him, my ex-boyfriend has been in the studio back to back to back. He's just sending me lists of songs, and I love it. I love it. But none of the songs before I was like, you know, I didn't even consider that they might be about me from the title. And then I listened to them, and none of them seemed about me, but a couple of them seemed to have a mention of me. And it wasn't bad. It was just sad. You know, it's sad. It's sad. You know, because it's good to have exes that you don't hate. But reminiscing over the sad bits of it, it still makes you feel how you feel, or feel how you felt, rather. So yeah, hopefully these songs are in favor of me if they are about me, because I'm going to be listening to them very early in the day and before I create. So yeah. Concerned about that, but I do want to listen on the ride to work, because otherwise I have to wait until I ride back home, and I don't want to wait. I want to listen. I want to critique. In case they are well-intended songs, in case they are well-intended songs, I want to go ahead and listen to them early, because I want to give him my opinions when he gets up. So yeah, I guess I'm headed out. I have only, like, the last couple of days, I've only written, like, I don't even want to say how much, but like 30 minutes over the last couple of days. So I was like, going to work almost an hour earlier today could be really beneficial. I don't know how the traffic is going to be at this time, but normally when I go, there's almost no traffic. And, you know, it's an hour earlier. It could go either way. I don't know what the school buses are doing in my town, or what the morning commute is for people in the other town. So wish me luck. And hopefully I get at least 30 minutes if there is crazy traffic, even with the stop. I'm going to make a stop at the grocery store that'll be open like right when I pull up, so that shouldn't take long. Yeah, wish me luck, and I'll give you an update hopefully later if I remember. So, peace. I listened to the songs, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. But just with the titles, I was like, oh, kebabs. I just knew I was about to get chewed out musically. And low-key, I a little bit kind of did. Just like, but way less. So significantly less. I think I did. Okay, thank you. But yeah, so significantly more harmless than I expected it to be. So I'm pleased. And then it was like a song that I heard that really got me in my feelings. Like a song that I heard like 2 days ago, but I couldn't download it because, you know, they sent it over Facebook Messenger. And today, it was sent to my email. So I was able to download it, which is great. Ooh, green Jeep. So I was able to listen to it, and I can listen to it all the time now. I never checked my Facebook Messenger, so this is way more ideal for me. But yeah, so that song that got me in my feelings was a song that was written about me, like right before we even started dating. Like, this was somebody who I was like, I don't like them. Like, I mean, they like me. I don't like them like that. Like, we're just cool. I respect them. I love, their music. I love their art. Ooh, 333, come on, universe. So yeah, I was loving their music, and and that's how we built our friendship. And then we spent time together all the time because, they needed a ride to work, and I wanted to make sure they ate. So we just spent a lot of time together. And then I ended up falling for them gradually because my heart was kind of wrapped up in like someone that before we met, we both kind of knew this one individual. And then we happened to start working together, and they were like, oh, you know my friend or whatever. And I was like, yeah. And then that person was like trying to date me, and I was like, I'm embarrassed about it, but I was like, I can't date you. I like your friend. So long story that I'm making as short as possible. But before we started dating, and I was there all the time anyway, just for fun, it was clear that I was starting to have like a real genuine soft spot for this person. It went from being like, well, I don't understand why nobody is nice to this person, so I'm gonna be nice to this person, to being like, dang, now I have like a serious soft spot for this person, to like, do I like this person? Are we falling in love? What is happening? Like, this was not the plan. Abort mission. But yeah, it just kind of spiraled into like a genuine, real relationship, from a real friendship to a real relationship. And the song was written before we started dating, but I do think that in that moment it was like clear that we both had feelings for each other. And I don't know, the song, you know, we started going to the studio, and we had been dating for a while at this point, and this person started developing feelings for other people. And although it was just feelings, it was like detrimental to me, because I liked their friend, and although their friend, you know, we weren't talking, I still was like, I want to be available in case it goes to that, because I really like this person for reasons that I'm not going to get into. It would just be another long story to explain those reasons, so I'm not going to go there. But I will say that person was still faithful to me, but it was like, sort of, like, you know what I mean? And, you know, then they started writing songs for that person, and those songs, since we were at the studio around that time, it was like those songs were almost, you know, like this close to being recorded every time we went to the studio. And I was like, well, what about the song you wrote for me? And that person just had no interest in recording that song. Like, that person always records based on what their desire is. They're following the impulses, which I totally respect and appreciate. But I'm like, you know, if the song about me is an afterthought, and you're thinking about recording a song for this person every time we come here, which was every 2 weeks, I'm like, you're not thinking about me like that anymore. Even though I kind of abandoned my feelings for somebody that I had for a long time. At that point, it was months. And I kind of just abandoned those feelings, you know, first to protect your feelings. Well, first to protect my feelings, and then I met that person, and then it was to protect their feelings, and then we actually decided to be together. So I was just like, okay, well, I guess that'll never happen now because I'm dating this person. So it was just like ultimate betrayal, back to back to back. It felt like, because that wasn't the only thing, that was just like the main reoccurring thing. So fast forward to today, you know, we're broken up, long since broken up, and I won't go into details about that, but you can probably guess how based on, you know, all of that drama. I'm being really light about it, but it was repetitive. It was a lot. It was different person after different person after different person, and yeah, so ultimately, you know, I called it off even though I didn't want to, but I felt like also that person didn't really give me much of a choice. I don't want to talk about it too much because you know how I feel. Oh, you don't, because I didn't post that video. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to post it. But you know how I feel about, you don't, but you will. I feel a way about making sure I put momentum behind the things that I like, and basically putting a complete stop to things that I don't want to gain momentum. Because had I done that while I was dating that person, we'd probably still be dating. But everything happens for a reason. I also believe that. Even though we created it all, we created it for a reason, and I needed to learn at the time. But that was just full-on proof that if you don't stop putting momentum behind the things you don't like, you're going to get more. So you got to put momentum behind the things you like. So, and on that note, fast forwarding to today, the other day that person sent me, you know, all the songs on Facebook, and I'm listening, and like the second to last one on the list was the song that they wrote about me. They did an edit to it, but I was like, oh my God, I'm saying they, I don't know, I just do that to be secret about genders, but yeah, it doesn't matter. I think I said, but I just feel like if I give a little detail, I'll start giving bigger details, so I'll just be secretive about a gender. Like, even when I was a kid, I was talking about a friend of mine who had gotten pregnant very young, and I would say they, even though everybody knew it was a girl. But I was like, if I say the gender, I might say the name, so let's just keep it as they. But yeah, so they sent me the music. Fast forward to the other day, the person that is my ex sent me the music, including the song that they wrote about me very early, very, very early. I was going to say in our relationship, but it was early in our knowing each other, because we were still friends at that point. And it's not like the genre of music that this person writes is not like the genre of music that I would readily seek out, but they are very talented, and they also are, I want to say they're not very expressive, but they kind of are. It's just like the positive feelings they might not speak on too tough. So them recording this song, I don't know if they're trying to say something or not, but it is really meaningful, and it's deep, and it's beautiful. It means something that it made it to the studio. Like, the past version of me would be really grateful to know, especially the version of me that dealt with the heartbreak, which was the worst of my life. It really changed my personality. It changed how I dressed. It changed how I spoke. It changed everything about me. It changed how I dated. It changed everything. I'm not the same. But the same could be said about that relationship. It changed me for the better. That breakup changed me for the worse. And in the end, it's the better, because it helped me embrace the darker side of myself that I normally wouldn't. But I went really dark, and that version of me who had to suppress some really dark desires, that version of me, if she knew that this song would make it to the studio, any version of me, you know, the version of me that first heard that song before we dated, the version of me that, you know, took that person to the studio every payday and hoped that they would desire to record that, any version of me, including the today version who has forgiven that person because we're not dating, you know what I mean, because I don't have a desire to be back with them. Like, of course I love that person, but I also love myself enough to not put myself in that position again. Big love, okay? I big love me. All of us, all of the me's are really grateful that that song made it to the studio. And when I listened to it the other day, I listened to it twice, and I was really tired. So I was in bed, like, I think I was in the dark, except the TV was on, but it was on pause. And I just was playing it really close to my ear. And, yeah, I was just holding the phone, like, playing it close to my ear while I was laying down. And it was just so beautiful. I was so grateful. But I think I was so tired. It was like one of those moments where you're so tired that even though you're having the emotions, you can't really outwardly emote. And today, listening to it, girl, a tear came down. You know, thugs cried too. But yeah, it was beautiful. So I appreciate that one made it to the stew. But yeah, it really gave me something to appreciate today, because like I said, those songs didn't chew me out as bad as I thought they would based on the titles. One of them was not about me at all, and the other ones might not be about me, but are possibly about me. I'm pretty sure they are, but I can't say for sure because because the other girl after we broke up could be about her. I doubt it, but it could be. You know, and I'm not too, what's the word? Not too cocky, not too presumptuous. So it could have been about her, but I think it was about me. So that being said, it did kind of like mess with my head a little bit, those other songs. Like, you know, feeling guilty even though I didn't do anything wrong except for remove myself from a not great situation. But I know that person has also been through a lot of loss and a lot of sadness, so I know they took it a certain way. Even though I wasn't in the wrong to leave, I know that leaving was really, really hard on that person. Most people would probably say I should have left long before, even though it was a shorter connection. But like I said, you know, I still love that person. So, and I super support that person, super duper support them. So I'm going to listen, even if it did drag me, which it didn't drag me, but even if it did, I would have listened to it. I would have critiqued it. But I just wanted to, I was just like, God, I hope it doesn't take me back. And it took me back for like a second, and then I would stop the momentum. It took me back for a second, and then I would stop the momentum. And that happened a couple of times when I was like, it could be about me because. And then I was like, nope, we're going to stop right there. Just put a pin in that, nip it in the bud. And the order I downloaded them made the song that was about me earlier in our connection one of the last songs. And then the very last one was not, I mean, it might have been about me, but it was even more positive. I don't think that one was about me because it's so new. But that one was such a bop, and it was also super positive. So that means the last two songs, one took me back to a positive time in our connection, which was a surprise because I heard it, so I didn't think he would send it again, but I'm glad he did so that I could download it on my phone. And then the other one I hadn't received, but, you know, he put me on speakerphone so I could hear him record it, and I muted my phone so I could hear without him hearing me, which was totally a vibe, super a time, but I couldn't hear the beat. I could just hear him. So having it over the beat, it sounded so good. It really lifted my spirits. And it's a newer song, so it kind of gave me an update about where he is now mentally and emotionally. I really just appreciate that he sent them at all. And I super appreciate the order in which I listened to him, because even though it's still, one of them took me back, it took me back to a place that I really liked to reminisce about, and it made me real emotional. Sorry. But it gave me, I cried a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. And then it was over. And then I was like, not listening to that again, not yet. So yeah, but I'm at work. It is 7:59, which is great. Because if I move quickly, that gives me an hour, just about an hour before anybody gets here. And I have my apples, so I can have my apples and peanut butter. But I want to write a little bit before I even have that, because I will let myself watch Charmed on my phone. Okay, so see you guys later. Okay, yeah, so I'm not sure why or how, but I am so nervous. Like, I don't know why I get nervous to write here. Like, I feel like somebody's watching me. I mean, they probably are watching the camera, but I don't know. I'm just nervous. But yeah. I'm not going to trip. We're just going to go. Tell me when to go. Okay. My gas price ended in 222. Whew. And it's a mood today. Baby, it's a mood, okay? I can't even begin to explique, whatever. I can't begin to explain the excitement that I'm feeling today. So I kind of, what is happening with my car? Do I need to pull over? So still in a great mood. That video I was talking about that I might not post, I might post it even by the time you see this, so that it's in order. 1 second. Something isn't right. I'm gonna have to pull over again. I just wanted to say what's so exciting though is the person that I felt like I was having some friction with, and not in a good way, last week, is leaving. There's the lens. I have the camera upside down. But yeah, they're leaving, and that gives me an opportunity to step into that role, unless they decide to put the other person who has seniority in that role, which would be totally fine. Because either way, me and that person have already agreed we're going to work together, we're going to teach each other, things are going to be more efficient, it's going to be a lot more camaraderie. in a way that it'll benefit the practice, it'll benefit us as individuals, it benefits everybody who works there and everybody who comes there as a patient. So I'm excited. But since this is an accountability video, about writing, I wanted to update. Yesterday I got about 30 minutes of writing at work. And it was like a great writing segment and session, but obviously I wanted more. But it was just such a crazy day because the person who's leaving, who, you know, is in charge of everything but doesn't really want to teach anybody how to do it, they're leaving and also calling out a lot, which is okay, like, you know, do your thing, sis. But it didn't help the practice, and it kind of left us in hot water yesterday. And because I didn't learn from that person, I have an opportunity. That's the thing, if you don't like something, try to think of it as an opportunity, because it really is. Because I didn't learn from that person, I now have an opportunity to go back to the other office and learn from the GOAT, like the person. Like, if the person who's leaving my office didn't know a question, didn't know something, they would ask the person I'm going to learn from. So I'm like, yes, this is what I wanted, but I thought I would only have an opportunity to go up there once every 2 weeks. And now I'm going to get to go 3 weeks in a row. So I'm absolutely thrilled. Hill start assist not available. Okay. That's weird. I don't think these are major problems with my car, but why is it doing that? Okay. I don't know what apps are, but I know it's car time. But anyway, so it's giving me an opportunity to learn things I wouldn't have already learned. It's giving me, like, because things went so rough yesterday, they asked another person who would normally be off on Fridays, who works with me, works very closely to me. They were like, could you work tomorrow? And normally she can't, but like they knew that she was going to be off from her other job on this day. So she was like, yeah, I'll work, which gives me an opportunity to go learn. And then that girl was like, when you come back, teach me everything. And I was like, you already know, girl. Like, they wanted me to hold off on teaching just because I'm still learning. But, you know, whatever I can pass on, I'm going to pass it on. Because it helps all of us. If she's helping, you know, like me and her doing the same jobs, that means the job's able to get done twice, like even if we're not both there. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there. The point is, things are going to be better going forward, and just the relief I've been feeling, which I could have been feeling last week. That's what I was trying to say. Like in the last video, I didn't want to talk about what was bothering me, but I wanted to. The reason I wanted to and decided to is because I started to feel better, but I also wanted to, one, be real about how I feel, because these are the raw, real videos. This is what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm going through. This is why I'm writing. This is why I'm not writing. This is what I'm writing, even though I'm going through this. But two, and most importantly, I wanted to talk about how to get back into alignment, whatever you're going through. You don't have to get all the way to alignment, but if you can reach for the better feeling, you know what I mean? Because, like, if you can reach for the better feeling, that improvement in your feeling is going to help you attract better. So I did reach for the better feeling, but because I put so much momentum behind the negative, I swear, I think that's why my tooth broke. I said that if you saw the pop-ups on the video. But because I had negative momentum and I was putting it behind there, not a lot, but I was. And then, but, you know, the funny thing is, I had all of those feelings only to go to work, and that person put in their 2 weeks notice and has only worked like 1 or 2 days ever since. You know what I mean? So, and I have not seen this person all week. You know what I mean? It's just like, when you're going through the problem, when you're in the middle of the problem, the solution has already been figured out energetically. All you have to do is reach for a better feeling, get on board. Because I've let everything go, and I might sit here and get promoted. I might sit here and get a raise. I'm definitely learning more. Like, there's no doubt about that. I'm going to learn more, because the only person who could get promoted over me is going to learn it from me. Like, we're teaching each other. She knows a little bit. She taught me when I first got there, and I'm going to go learn some extra, and I'm coming back and I'm going to teach her. and me and her already have, you know, established a bond. We've had disagreements and we worked them out. You know what I'm saying? So me and her, we're good, and that is going to help the practice too, because we're willing to be open and honest with one another. We're willing to work together to figure things out. Like, there has been some days where it's just us, and you know, that other person isn't there, but we scraped together the little information we had to make the day successful. And now it's going to be even easier to do that, and I'm just so excited. Like, the little bit of knowledge that, I mean, I learned a lot. Let me not say a little bit of knowledge, but I learned a lot when I went last Friday, and then I came back and I told her about some of those things, and she was like, oh yes, okay, you know what I mean? Like, so it was cool. I'm about to pull over here and check on my car. But yeah, so I was literally last night like, I'm gonna post that video anyway, I don't care. And then I was like, no, don't post it, because I don't want that negative momentum. Because that's the thing, is if I post that video, then I'm going to watch it again, like I said, which I love watching my videos. I don't like seeing myself with negative momentum going. So I want to make sure I can keep my vibration high, because my vibration's been so high over the last, I want to say like 18 hours, that I've been manifesting some really great things. Some really great ideas. And I foresee a lot of great changes going forward. Not just, I'm not even going to go into it, because you're going to stay tuned anyway. You're going to watch. But it's going to be better than you think. Because I just all of a sudden was in alignment last night. Probably excited about the changes at work, but I was so in alignment, because I'm happy for that person. Like, they're leaving, but they're going to where they think is a better place. You know what I mean? Which is kind of what I'm not gonna lie, I was low-key manifesting it, because I was like, this person thinks I'm coming for their job so bad that they're being a bully. And I was like, I'm not coming for their job, but if they leave, I was like, if they leave, I'm taking the job. I mean, because it's gonna be sitting right there. Or if they get fired because of how they're behaving, then I'm gonna take the job. I'm not gonna have to steal your job. They're just gonna give it to me. You're gonna give it to me with your poor manifesting. But I was hoping, you know, if that was the case, that person would find a job that they wanted better, that they liked better. So, because I believe in win-win. I believe everybody can win. I think there's enough abundance to go around that nobody has to take anything from anybody. And unfortunately, that means she has a scarcity mindset. But if she's leaving, then that means that she has less resistance to where she's headed. So she has the potential to be very happy with what's up next. And I saw it coming, and I was like, hopefully she find a job she like better. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, I don't know. So all I did was put gas in the car. I couldn't have messed it up that bad. Let's see. Okay, that's better. Things are turning off that were on. Things are turning on that were off. Okay, thank you, glory. So yeah, but I figured that she would manifest something that she had less resistance to, because I'm a powerful manifester, and I've been manifesting better for her. Because I couldn't really exactly talk to her. I did try talking to her, but I realized that we were both just getting further out of alignment. I didn't want to talk to her, but she insisted on talking to me a couple times. And then eventually I was like, I gotta talk to somebody. So I was like, it's either you or the boss, baby. So that's the thing. Like, you're so worried about me taking your job that you're manifesting that now I have to talk to somebody because you're being a bully, or manifesting that, you know, that you have to look over your shoulder when I'm not doing anything to you. You know, they want me to learn anyway, you know, so they're gonna find a way for me to learn. Like, the owners started teaching me, you know, because they wanted me to know this stuff, even though she didn't want to teach me. So, and they were like, you know, still let her do it if she's here. Absolutely. But the practice stops when that person's not there, and now that person's leaving without teaching anybody. So that's the thing, though. Say this person, that's the other thing. I was like, if I quit because of how she's manifesting, they're gonna hire somebody who's actually trying to take her job, because that's on manifesting. And then there was a girl who got, like, the girl who got hired before me. She could have learned the things that I've been trying to learn and they wouldn't have had to hire me to begin with. But that's the thing, her manifesting was shoddy when they hired that girl. So she manifested me, who I guess intimidated her even more. I don't know. I'm not going to try to figure it out, because that's even out of alignment thinking. And that now I'm trying to figure out her out of alignment thinking. It's not important. The important thing is I believe in win-win-win. So I was like, if I'm meant to have her job, I'm just going to have it. But this is the best job I've ever had. So I'm good. I don't need to steal your job. I'm already happy. I'm so happy with my job. And I thought we could have made a good team. But, you know, it got to a point where I don't want to talk about it too much, but like I would be finding myself looking over my shoulder because I thought she would do something to me. And then so I was just at the ready all the time when that person came in. And I was like, I don't want to be like this at work. I shouldn't be in fight or flight mode. And I ain't running, so you know what I'm saying. And I would hate to think that I'm not even going to go into it. I think you get the tea. I just was like, we definitely could get along. Because when I saw a picture of her, like during my interview, and they were like, this is the office manager, I was like, yes, a black woman, yes. I was so thrilled. And then when I met her, like I was already excited. And, you know, I told her that. But what she told me a couple weeks later, after like we were just having a conversation, and I think she was realizing that she was liking me as a person, and she was like, well, will you take this Myers-Briggs test? And she didn't tell me until, like, I was like, sure. Like, I didn't think twice about it because I've taken it before. But after I took the test, you remember, you probably saw the video, I was like, well, why did you want me to take it in the first place? And she was like, because I wanted to know that you are who you say you are. And I was like, huh? And she was like, well, I thought you were fake. What? Fake what? Like, she said, and then she literally said, the moment I walked through the door for the first time that she saw me, she thought I was fake. Like, before I sat down for the first time on my first day. So, yeah. I don't know. That just sounds like somebody manifesting something negative, and then that's all she can see. But you only know what you know. Like, you don't know what you don't know. So, if she's never met someone who's nice and also not gunning, like who's genuine, who's kind, who's intelligent, who wants to do a good job and go home, she's probably never met somebody like that who didn't have an ulterior motive. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, I shouldn't be trying to figure that out. What I should be trying to figure out is how to wrap this video up. Did I finish all my points? Because I want to make this super short going forward, because I still have the other video on my phone, because I wasn't sure if I was going to edit it again or what, but I think I'm just going to post it as is. But I wanted you guys to know that things were looking up, and I mean, they quickly started looking up. And had I stayed in a high vibration last week, we could have just already gotten to the party. Like, we could have just started celebrating last week when that person said they were, going down to 1 day a week in 2 weeks. I could have been excited. I could have already been in a high vibration instead of the vibration that I was. So I'm going to post that video, I'm pretty sure, because last night I was pretty sure I wasn't. Like, last night I was like, I'll post it anyway, whatever. And then I was like, no, because I'm not in alignment. I'm just saying that so I can get rid of it. And then I decided I really don't want to post anything with that energy. And then I slept on it, get up today, and I decided no, because this video is going to be a follow-up to that. And if you watch both of these videos, you saw how low I was, even though I had brought my energy up, versus now, where I'm in that celebration mode. It's time to get excited. It's time to stay excited. Whoever you are, whatever you're going through, if you can't be excited, just improve your mood. Because if I could have improved my mood faster, I could have celebrated harder sooner. I'm still celebrating, but last night was really when I got into alignment, like full alignment, got excited. When I'm manager, I'm gonna go ahead and claim it, because the other thing is, the other girl, even if she gets the job, I don't necessarily think she would want to stay forever. You know what I mean? Which means I would get promoted, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying at this company. I'm not even joking. I'm gonna be a bajillionaire author, and I'm staying at this company. Yeah, like I said, when I get promoted, I'm gonna be delegating. So everybody who, you know, is still a receptionist is going to get better. Everybody who is an assistant is going to learn a little something about the front desk. And it's not going to be a scary thing. It's going to be fun. It's going to be easy. It's going to be like, oh, is that how that works? Everybody's going to be able to connect dots that they weren't able to connect before. Because I'm going to be teaching people. And if I'm the office manager, just because something isn't my responsibility does not mean I don't know how to do it and I can't help. So I'm going to be triple checking everything. And I'm going to be helping everybody. I hope I said everything I wanted to say, but I'm pretty sure I did not. So I might come back later and chit chat with you guys, but I need my GPS. So I'll talk to you guys soon. So no, I did want to add though, I didn't write at all today. I said that. I only wrote a little bit yesterday. This might not be a heavy writing week because I have plans to help my cousin tomorrow with his a project that he's doing for his production company. And on Sunday, my other cousin, who is also very creative, she is in a screenplay. She's been in a screenplay for like the last 2 months. And I got me and my other cousin, my screenplay writer cousin, I got him and I both tickets to go to this show of our other cousin who is an actress. So yes, very talented family, very talented family. She was actually almost on All That, but they said they wanted to go with somebody younger and they hired Amanda Bynes. So yeah, she's that talented. Amanda Bynes got chosen over my cousin because of literally the age difference, which makes sense because they wanted to do things to Amanda Bynes that my cousin probably wasn't going to be having because she was old enough to be like, oh, H, no. Shout out to Amanda Bynes. I forgot the name you go by now, but I'm glad that you got your life back. And I hope you're taking good care of yourself. That's all I got to say on that. But back to my cousin, the actress, she decided years ago that she prefers stage acting to screen acting anyway. So she's been in this show, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, for the last couple of months, and the last show is on Sunday. Unfortunately, it might get snowed out, but I hope they postpone it if they have to instead of canceling. But if they don't, I probably won't write that day because it's an early show and it's out of town. So yeah, but really I gotta get my GPS cut on. I should have just left it on, but I didn't want it to interrupt the video, and yet here we are, it's interrupting the video, and that's on manifesting. You see what I mean? Like, you know, the girl doesn't want me to take her job, I'm getting her job anyway. But the thing is, I manifested a win for her if she left. So she's got a win, and everything that she left thinking that the office wouldn't be able to function without her, I now have the opportunity, like every sticky note that I left for her this week that she ignored, I got it in my purse and I'm taking it with me to go ask the GOAT how to do it, because these are the things I don't know how to do. So baby, you thought, I'm sorry, you thought, and I ain't even mad at you for thinking that way. You want to know why? Because I just believe in manifesting. I believe we can all win. And I believe that nobody can stop me from winning because I'm a winner. I'm the champion. I'm sorry, I can't help it. But guess what? I'm in the flow. That literally says flow in front of me. You want to know why? Because I'm in alignment. I'm sorry. I got to go. It's just so many things I can say from where I am. I have so many ideas. I'm not going to get into all of my ideas, but I'll tell you this. I might own this practice one day. And they'll be happy that I bought it from them, okay? Because that's how far my plan goes. When I got into alignment and flow again, yes! I got into the flow state, baby. And the ideas just kept coming and coming, and I was like, oh, and then I can buy the practice. I'm not gonna say what I said in between, but y'all keep watching, baby, because you never know what your girl gonna do next. So, peace. Had a little more time, I would have showed y'all the theater coat, darling. Got the skull clutch, and I will see you guys at the show. I'm out here at the gas station. My cousin's going to get some snacks. I'm getting a little gas just to have it. We might go shopping later, might get a new phone later, who knows. But riding around with your critique partner, if you have one, I highly recommend, because this is going to be the most beneficial road trip either one of us has had in a long time. So, see you later. is 8 p.m. on Sunday. I know I look crazy. Go with me. You've seen me like this before, unless you're new here. Enjoy it. But yeah, I just got home maybe an hour ago from a play. It was amazing. My other creative cousin from this side of the family was in it, and she is an actress. Yeah, obviously, if she's in it. But it was amazing. I didn't know she could sing. I was just like, what? In front of all these people? Okay, you're just gonna, okay. Never heard her sing before. And then I heard her sing in front of a full house because it was sold out. And it was the Hunchback of Notre Dame. And I also just finished doing like some light yoga. Just naturally, but I noticed lately that every night before I go to bed, I just start stretching. So I'm gonna keep doing that because clearly my body likes a night stretching. Anyway, but in the meantime, I am going to write, do a Spanish lesson, and go to bed. It's gonna be a short writing session. I'd rather have a long language session, but it's most important to me, I think, that I write. I know that's a tough one. I love languages. That's another thing that I don't know, I've just been obsessing with because I'm on Duolingo, and I've let go of even focusing on the competitiveness of it and focusing just on, like, I don't have to be number one just because I can be number one. What do I have time for today? What do I want to get out of today? So yeah, today I'm gonna at least try to get 30 or 40 minutes of writing, and I'm gonna do a Spanish lesson, and then I'm going to bed. There's so many other things that I need to do, but it is late, so we have to make a choice. So this video will be late, and the one that I actually finished editing on time, that I ended up not posting at the last minute, still not 100% sure of what I'm gonna do with that. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow because there's no way I'm opening my video like this unless it's just a clip. Anyway, dang it, now I'm doing it. So I get up today, right? Obviously it's nighttime now. And I was like, I got time to write. I got a good amount of time to write. And I just kept sitting there like, I should write or I should leave, because I really feel like I should just leave. But if I was smart, I would be writing right now, because that's the most important thing. You know, it's important, but it's not urgent. Now, my job is urgent right now. I mean, it's urgent. I'm not going to get into the details. If you've been watching and I didn't edit it all out, you already know this is a transitional time. I'm not going to talk too much tea today, but I'm going to say I did what I needed to do, and then some. And I'm just pulling miracles out of my backside. So I'm glad I did. I did decide in the end, I'm going to go early. I'm going to see what I can figure out with the patients for the day. If I can figure it all out before we open, I'll have time to write. I'll have an hour to write. Because I got here at 7:20. We don't open until... I mean, I opened the door at 8:30, but the first patients are not expected to go back until 9 a.m. That should have given me plenty of time. But I basically was sitting there figuring things out, and then after a while, I was like, well, I'm still going to eat my apple and my peanut butter. So I took about 15 minutes to do that, and then I got right back into it. And it was trenches today. We was in the trenches low-key, but you know what? Like I said, I did what I was supposed to do. I'm off late, though, because of reasons. I'm not gonna get into it all, but some things I was like, let me figure out if I even know how to do this. So when problems came up, since that person is leaving, that I mentioned previously, well, in case I edit it out, someone is leaving my job and I'm supposed to take over at least a big portion of their role. So I go to do a portion of that role. This person actually showed up today, so I was like, great, if I get stuck, I'll ask the questions right now in real time, use it as a learning opportunity, because not everything is cut and dry. Not everything is A plus B equals C. Sometimes you gotta take the long way around. And the first thing, like, I had, one of the owners say, this is a task, I need you to do this, check it for the whole week. And that person was here. The very first one that I went to go check was not cut and dry. It was not A plus B equals C. So I was like, okay, let me get some help on this one. And I knew that person was going to make me wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. And then after all that waiting, they were not helpful. Also didn't surprise me. It did frustrate me. So I had to take a second to get into alignment. Eventually, I was able to do that. And then I just told the owner, hey, not going as you wanted it to go, but I'm going to try to figure out. I'm going to work on it all day. And then he actually came to me later and asked me specifically, okay, what is different about this one? And I showed him what was different, and he was like, oh, I don't know, but I'm going to ask somebody who should know. So he passed that on immediately. Didn't even have to wait. Immediately passed it on to somebody somewhere else who knows. It took 3 people over there to figure it out, and then they called me and said, we got it, don't worry. They didn't have time to teach me over the phone, but that's okay, because I'm definitely not going to forget. I'm asking about it on Friday when I have another opportunity to go learn. And then everything else was cut and dry after that. Everything else was A plus B equals C. Everything else was straight to the point. But I had a million other things, not a million, maybe like 10 other things, roughly, which is a lot. And I was like, I think I can figure this all out, but the time for me to figure this all out isn't when the phone is ringing, people are walking in the door, people keep coming up to me asking me, can you do this, can you do that, can you do this? And the stuff that people are asking me is stuff that I basically already know how to do, but then my computer was slow, but for a cool reason. I got a second monitor today. Actually, I got 2 monitors today, because instead of just giving me a second one, they bought me 2 and they moved the other one. It was lit. So I'm like, I'm not upset that today didn't go very cut and dry. I was upset. I got over it. I'm over it. I'm actually back to excitement, because I keep realizing that the more I learn, the more fun I'm having. I keep being like, oh, this is going to be fun once I know how to really do it. I wish I could have been doing this, truly. But you know what? It's an opportunity. Like, for that one person to not teach me is an opportunity for me to see how lit I am. Because I'm just sitting here like, oh, you did that. You did that. Okay, cool. But the other person who taught me, shout out to her. She's not watching. But if I ever share this with her, shout out to you. You know who you are, girl. Thank you for all your help, ma'am. She's the tea. She's the tea. I live for her. She taught me things. And when she taught me, I was like, I'm still not going to know what to do. But at least I'll be in the right ballpark of knowing what to do. And that's basically what got me through today. And then there's, you know, there's people who are on my team. So I guess the moral for this video is focus on the positives. This is, again, same thing I was saying in the video that I didn't post, and then I repeated it earlier in this video, but there's only one. And then everything else is wonderful, like wonderful. I think what the issue has been for me, like why it's like I'm so focusing on the thing that's not ideal, is because that's the individual who's supposed to teach me if A plus B equals C, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good, because we're getting it together. We're gathering the girls, and I'm getting like literally 100% better every day. So the real thing, like, that person should have just taught me, because now you're making me look really good. Like, you would think I would be like, oh, looking really bad, but I'm not, because I'm getting 100% better every day. And the people who would be witnessing that are my employers. So I don't get the point. I'm not going to take it personal, because half the time you think something is personal when really it's not about you. It's about how that person feels about themselves. And when that person is gone, it's going to be even easier for me to be empathetic toward them. But I'm going to work on being empathetic right now. That was my lesson that I had to tell myself for today. Because I was like, if I could really read this person's mind, it would probably have nothing to do with me and everything to do with how they feel about themselves. So, yeah. But it just sucks, because, like, I don't want to do that. But, you know, just, like, it's kind of annoying when you, like, I could be friends with this person, but here we are. But you know what? It's okay. I am super introverted. I got all the friends I need. And I do wish that person the best of luck elsewhere, because I believe in win-win-win, as I've said before. Oh, it's just cuties all over here. I work right next to the gym. Let me go ahead and get a membership. But I believe in win-win-win-win-win-win-win. We all can win. It's enough abundance for everyone. If it's not enough seats at the table, well, my dad's a carpenter. He could build us a bigger table. You know what I'm saying? I believe in that kind of, we can build some chairs. It's plenty of room. It's plenty of room for everybody. And the day, even though it went the way it did, I had to stop. What got me into alignment, you know, I witnessed it. See, this is why I do need to post last week's video. I wasn't ready, but I think I'm ready right now. Because last week's video was proof that the solution to your problem, like when you're in the center of your problem, the solution has already been figured out. It's already done. Now you just got to calm yourself down and align with it. So once I calmed myself down, I was like, great. Now I can say this to the person who asked me to do this task. They'll already know what I'm talking about. It's not like it's a surprise. Like, but they just, you know, they have expectations and they're out of alignment. So, but once I get into alignment, they're going to get into alignment with me, or they're going to get out of here. That's how it works. And I have a great example, but I'm not going to go into it because it's a very long story. But all is well. Everything is working out for all of our highest goods. From this situation, only good will come, and we are safe. So that's your mantra. All is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. From this situation, only good will come, and I am safe. Okay? That's your mantra. I got that from Louise Hayes, who probably got it from Abraham Hicks. Joy is the key. I got that from Abraham Hicks, who got it from a song that somebody wrote for her. But that's the point. Feeling good. Not fake good. The real good. The real tea. So on that note, I think I will let this be the end of the video. But I wanted to add, until I get back to writing, I will probably stop recording. So I do think we'll still have a video next week. But it is determined by if I actually get to write this week. I actually ended up sitting at the computer for like an hour last night. I said 30 or 40 minutes, but I just stayed up late because I just was having a hard time finding things in my notes. But I was like, no, I really want that 30 or 40 minutes. So it ended up being almost a full hour. I was sitting there, but it's probably only like 35, 40 minutes of writing. But my brain was in it and I didn't want to stop. So that's the good news, is when I actually get back to my writing, we're gonna get through that. So I feel like everything's right on time, really. And I have a feeling that work is about to be just incredible. Truly. Not just for, you know, me and everybody who will still be there, but for that other person as well. I have a feeling that, you know, because they're not leaving. They'll still be there one day a week. So I have a feeling, because the vibration is going to continue to raise where we are, that person is either going to come up there with us or they're going to have to leave. Like, nobody's going to put them out. It's just going to be a natural thing. That's how it works. If everybody's vibration is rising, everybody's vibration is going to rise, and whoever doesn't get on board is going to get, like, tossed off. Like, it's like the spinny thing at the playground. If it's going super duper fast, you either have to go that same speed or you're going to get thrown off. It's the same thing. I swear it's the same thing. Momentum. It's physics, it's law of attraction, it's the tea. So before I completely am done with this video, I just wanted to add, on the note of focusing on the positives, I have actually bonded with someone through all of this. They've watched me try my freaking best. They've watched me know nothing and still try to do everything. We've supported one another through this whole thing, and that person is even better at staying in alignment than me, by far, I would say. Or at least better at appearing to be more in alignment. And I do think I'm one of those people who I didn't know about alignment, you know? So, you know, when I didn't know about alignment, it was all, but I have to fix it, but I have to try harder, but I have to be determined. And alignment is like, no, you really just need to chill. And this person is just so chill. And we work sort of in close proximity. Some days we don't, but at least, a day or two a week we work in close proximity. And going forward, we're going to be working even closer together. And I am really looking forward to it. This person texts me during the snow just to say, how are you? I hope you're enjoying the snow. I was like, who does that? Like, that's good people. Because, I'm a good person, sure, but I don't think about stuff like that until I do. I'll get an impulse out of nowhere. But this person has genuinely, even in good weather, just messaged me to say, hey, see you Monday. And I'm like, what? Okay, see you. And I just love it because it's so lighthearted and it's so chill, and that's on manifesting. I have a lot to learn from that person, energetically speaking, especially. So on that note, I really appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you. It's been an interesting couple of weeks, and I think instead of posting that video, and I keep changing my mind, instead of posting it as public, I'm going to make it unlisted and then put it in the description of this video. So technically anybody can get to that video, but not unless they watch this one first, I think. Doordash, y'all owe me some money for that, by the way. I'm just saying, okay? Y'all owe me some money. Sponsor me, boo. Especially if you want me to start DoorDashing again, because I freaking love my job and it's only gonna get better. I'm gonna go inside, have a vegan pizza, a cookie, and then I want my nap. No, that's an office joke. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Thank you for your comments and your shares and your likes. And I will see you at an undisclosed time in the future. So go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know exactly when that is. All right. Peace.